5 signs you're unconsciously sabotaging relationships. Do you ever wonder why your relationships don't work out? Things often seem great until there are fights, you don't feel heard, he doesn't feel respected or appreciated, and suddenly the relationship is over. And I've seen this happen so many times, and it's really easy to blame the man or blame yourself. And it doesn't help. It doesn't help to blame either one. But what I want to focus your attention on is you. The only person you can do anything about is yourself. And many of us have no idea that we are unconsciously sabotaging our relationships. Why do we do this? And why don't we see it? You ever see like you date, you have the same problem, different man, it's just so frustrating, right? Or you've seen other people who seem to get into relationships with, somebody with the same guy, different face. Let me know if that's ever happened to you. And the reason that we repeat these behaviors and we unconsciously sabotage our relationships is because of the earliest experiences we had with our parents or our caretakers. We learn at home how to view relationships. So if there was trust and good communication, we learn to value ourselves more and to speak up and to do all the things that create healthy relationships. Yeah. If there was shame and blame, if we were dismissed or avoided or rejected in any way, that affects our relationships. Our core beliefs are forged in our childhood. We call those attachment styles. And I want you to know that no matter how you grew up, no matter how good or dysfunctional your home was, it is never too late to heal from our childhood wounds and to feel worthy of the love that we want. Recognizing the following 5 signs can help you save your future relationships. The first sign is having unrealistic expectations. We learn about relationships both from our childhood homes and also from the media, from books, from movies. We are taught from a very young age that men are going to somehow be our knight in shining armor. They're going to be our hero. And we get these messages, they're going to somehow save us, rescue us in some way. Some of us believe that, even unconsciously. And some of us believe that men are just not going to come through for us, that men are going to fail us. That used to be my belief. Over and over again, I would find the same thing would happen. Let me know what your belief is, what your expectations are. And what happens is if we have unrealistic expectations, either for like that they're going to be some amazing, incredible hero, knight in shining armor, or that they are just going to fail us over and over again. I mean, some women really just dislike men and have painted men with this expectation that they're just awful, right? So finding fault, if you really dislike men, you're going to find fault in everything that a man does, everything a man says. And you're going to be disappointed again and again and again. So what happens is we either set our expectations too high or too low, and both of those are unrealistic. Number 2 is not trusting. If you often distrust the men you date without real evidence, whether you're searching a man's phone or his emails because you don't trust him, you may be sabotaging relationships with chronic mistrust. Number 3 is not speaking up. A healthy relationship requires good communication. So do you hide your feelings and needs from the men that you date? Do you go along with what he wants and he needs because you really want to avoid conflict? Often when we grow up in homes that are conflict-driven, full of conflict, we become conflict averse. And we're so afraid of speaking up because we may be attacked, verbally attacked. We're afraid of pushing someone away. But when we don't speak up and speak our true feelings and needs, we are not authentically us. You're not being true to you. So often the feelings get welled up inside of us, and we either explode in anger or we just walk away. We leave the relationship. We don't talk things out. And this is how many women sabotage relationships. Number 4 is losing yourself in a relationship. If you compromise your needs a lot to accommodate your partner's needs, over time, you lose yourself. So this is very similar to not speaking up. It's really just sort of suppressing who you are in order to fit in. I remember I had a hairdresser who told me that she had been married to a man who wanted her to dress a certain way and act a certain way and stay home and like clean the house and all of this stuff. And she, over time, lost herself. And she had friends who would say to her, "Who are you? I don't recognize you anymore." Thank goodness she eventually left this guy and found somebody who appreciated and celebrated who she was. It's crucial to have both partners' needs met in a relationship. So when you speak up and set boundaries, you have healthier relationships and you're not at risk for losing yourself. Number 5 is choosing the wrong partners. There are men out there who are not trustworthy, men who are not dependable, and men who are not accountable. Some people, this is not just men, have serious character flaws. And no matter what you do or what you say, you will not be able to have a healthy relationship with these men. They could be men who are also emotionally not available, somebody who's not fully available to you. So let me know in the comments if this has ever happened to you, where you picked the wrong partner and you tried really hard to make him into the right partner. Tried to build trust where there was no trust. So sometimes when you're checking somebody's phone and you're really not trusting them, it's because you feel something about them. This isn't just from your past experiences or because you didn't have trust in childhood, but because it's actually a person who is not trustworthy. So why do we attract these unhealthy partners? Because they are familiar to us, and familiar has the word family in it. So it's a good way to remember that our childhood experiences determine our attraction. We often choose a partner who is most like the most unhealthy parent that we had, the relationship we had with that parent. Our desire is to unconsciously try to heal that relationship that we had with the parent who wasn't healthy with a partner who mimics that parent. So how do we stop sabotaging our relationships? You want to work with somebody to help uncover the patterns of your childhood and learn to replace the negative beliefs like I can't trust anyone, all men will fail me, the kind of guy I'm looking for doesn't exist. Those are all limiting negative beliefs that may have started in childhood. And you want to replace them with positive and more realistic, healthier beliefs. You can heal the past pain. You can develop a healthier belief in your worth. You can accept and honor who you are because you are an amazing woman. You just have to take off all those guards that are getting in the way of people seeing the authentic you. You'll learn how to deal with disappointment and expectations in a healthier way. Oh my God, my expectations for men when I started dating after my divorce was crazy unrealistic. I would meet a man online and I would believe that he was the one before we even met. So my expectations were through the roof, not realistic because I was not healthy as I am today. And most important is you learn to understand your needs, your feelings, and communicate them. Set boundaries about the things that matter most to you so you do not lose yourself in a relationship. So if you would like support, please fill out a form, an application for a complimentary half-hour breakthrough session with me. lastfirstdate.com/breakthrough. And I can guarantee you that if you follow these tips that I just shared to stop sabotaging your relationships, you will find the love that you're seeking.